Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe, and today we're here with a brew. This is a Dimir midrange. So Dimir being blue and black, midrange. So not quite control, not flash. Basically, what I'm trying to do is utilize Kiora. So whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and then trying to use some of the undercosted creatures to draw some cards in that way. So we have Vantress Gargoyle that can trigger it on with 2 mana. We have Spawn of Mayhem, 4 Cavaliers as well. So it's kind of some synergy there. It also lets us ramp, so we can play a 5-drop on turn 4. The rest of the deck, kind of some aggro elements. We got Knight of Ebon Legion, Brazen Borrower's Tempo Play Bounce, Murderous Rider's Removal, and then we have on the top end 2 agents and a Liliana. Because you can mill with Vantress Gargoyle, we also have Quasi Duplicate as a way to make copies of it. And then Disruption in the form of Drown in the Loch, Counter Kill, and Thought Erasure. Mana base wise, Fabled Passages because we don't have the Scryland, and then 2 Blast Zones because we're Dimir, a couple castles. Sideboard wise, we have Disdainful Stroke, Negate, and Mystical Disputes as our counters. Epic Downfalls versus like the Cavaliers. Legion's End versus aggro, Grasp versus Gruul and green in general, Spyglass versus like Oven and stuff, and then Cry versus the Oven matchups. So I made it up to Platinum Tier 4, so we'll play some games here. As always, if there is anything you'd like to see, any recommended decks, please do let me know, and we can fire up there. I started off the deck techs for Throne of Eldraine decks. I started with mostly White Devotion. I will put up a couple more. I've been brewing up some decks as the cards get spoiled. If there is any build arounds you'd like to see, do let me know in the YouTube comments. And as always, if you enjoy the content, want to show your support, there's a couple free ways to do so. If you're on YouTube catching this, hit that like button, subscribe. Both are free and easy. Helps with the algorithm. And then if you're on Twitch, you can drop a follow. It's a free way to let them know that you came from me. This hand's fine. So the thing of note with Vantress Gargoyle is you want to get them to have 7 cards in their library, and it can't block unless you have 4 or more cards in hand. So this could be a couple of things. Mono black discard, black white discard. I think for now we'll just get rid of the Fabled Passage and naturally draw into another one. So mono black things. Davriel's probably the worst just for our hand, how it's shaped up to be. Keep the land on top. Interesting they don't go Ayara here first. So line of play here, I'm probably going to just Brazen Borrower. Hopefully let them play out something, or just set them back a full turn. We're going to want this on 3 mana. They have quite a few. They drew Davriel. This is oddly like a pretty bad matchup. I'm just going to drop the flyer. It can attack over top. Vantress Gargoyle is probably not that good. So I want them to tap out here. They do. I just want them to stop eating away at our hand. like these activated lands are always a pain. Like same with the castles when they prioritize. They got it. It's fine. We're nowhere near agent here. So they're just heavy discard here. It's actually probably preferred at this point. So we have Night. Should hopefully hold them back from blockers or from attacking. They can Ayara here, which they do. If no attacks, then we just put this, we're going to get this up to 3. Wipe their board. I think we just block here. They get the card draw, but we need to be the aggressor. Oh, always make that mistake. Alright. We are just not drawing lands this game. Mind you, we've discarded 2. Yeah, they got Rankle. So I was considering to include Rankle. We lost here. They have enough aggression. I was considering Rankle, but it doesn't trigger off Kiora. If Kiora is kind of underwhelming, then I'm going to cut it out. In this matchup, we actually don't have too much. Cryo Carnariums. Take out Quasi Duplicate, Agent of Treacheries. Maybe just bring in Dispute, but they're mono black. They'll get the counters out of our hand. They'll drop their hand. They didn't show much bigger. Let's just bring in a Spyglass. We can name Davriel. I just don't see... maybe keeping Quasi Duplicate's not that bad. It's something we can discard and always flash back after. They're packing a ton of discard for us, which happens to be quite effective. Usually in like these mid-range mirrors, if you have like whoever has the most disruption usually can win. Like our tap decks are probably stronger, but when they can take us off like lands earlier. So maybe we prioritize keeping lands in play. Like hitting our line drops just so we curve out. I don't know what the opponent's doing. They're not used to the Vantress Gargoyle. So let me know in the chat too, or on YouTube, which is your favorite card thus far from Theros. I'm really excited about the gods. They seem like all fun build arounds. There's like a bunch of different blink decks I want to try Thassa in. I'm gonna keep this. We're a ways away from Liliana. I want to get this going because we can start tapping to make them put lands in their graveyard. Been a night. There, one card. Okay, getting a Murderous Rider is pretty good. Kiora is actually interesting. So I'm not going to attack because they can double block. They got 2, so they have 3 mana. Let's just pass the turn here. I want to hold up the counter this turn in case they have like Davriel or something. They're checking their graveyard out. Okay, so they have Rankle. So depending on how they play this, each player discards a card, sacks a creature. Fortunately, we have to get rid of the Kiora. It's too much discard. So we can kill Rankle here. So Fenlurker doesn't really do much at this point. This just turns on for future ones that they can attack. I think we're dead though. Ugh. It doesn't really matter what lands we tap. It's a hell of a deck to get stomped by. So it looks like they don't have removal. Just tap it. We can't block anyways, but we can tap it to get them to mill. See if they just go after Kiora. They don't. If we can get some fatties in a row. Okay, so one land off, but we can attack. And now with Kiora, you untap. Pseudo ramp. We'll just put back the Watery Grave. We should have stacked it the other way. Probably should have held the land as a way, something to discard. Okay, so what I was going to do is I was going to put a stop on my upkeep to mill myself. Now we don't need to do that. Carnarium's nice. We should have this one wrapped up. No point of untapping. Keep Kiora's up. Okay, Dreadhorde General, sacks 2. That was probably one of the best follow-ups for them. I don't think we want Knight. I think we need to get something bigger. And of course draw land. Like Knight was a guaranteed creature, but it wasn't going to get through Liliana, and then it just caused increased card draw. Do we just like not win now? They kill us, like they could kill Kiora anyways. Man, that was a shitty way to lose. Second Cry would be good. Yeah, we're basically playing to Cry now. One card off. Problem is I draw it. One card. One card off. We would have survived a turn, but... Alright. Do we want Rankle? It might be that Agent's too big. Like on curve. And maybe we just want Rankles. Let's give it one more. See how it goes. And then we'll switch it up. Okay, we have our Kiora. We had another black source. Okay. These blast zones have felt pretty bad. Might cut one. We're more aggressive anyways. I'm gonna bounce this so if they cast Love Struck they don't get the dude this turn. Or they don't get the card draw. Assuming black, Golgari, no, red. So this can be Temur or can be just the Gruul aggro. No, Temur. Okay, so it's Temur Fae. Or Temur Adventures. So I'm playing Kiora here. Kiora will let us draw a card off Spawn of Mayhem. I think I might want Tyrant Scorn. Of course, now we draw all our lands. Okay. so they have Clover. If they just have, yeah. I'm just going to concede out of this one and just tweak the deck. I'm not too fond of the current iteration. We need to tweak this up a bit. So the treacheries, quasi-duplicates could come out. What we do want is Tyrant Scorn. And do we want a Rankle? I think this is good. Oh, what I do want to get is rid of one of the blast zones and add another swamp in. Let's try it like that. For those of you tuning in, we are playing a Dimir mid-range deck, looking to draw cards. Kiora with a bunch of 4-power creatures, including Vantress Gargoyle. So we've played one full match against mono black, kind of discard mid-range. They tore apart our hand, and we kind of got mana screwed the first game. Second game there, we were just firing up against Teamer Lucky Clover, or Teamer Adventurers. Tweaking it, I feel like we don't have enough early game interaction. We can probably win the late game just by our creatures naturally scaling larger, but we need to have a clear path in order to do so. Play first. It's a little awkward. Just how like the sequencing of our mana is, but I'm actually going to go Knight on 1. Opponent's mulliganed a few times, so we'll see what they're on. Okay, they concede. They should have played it out to at least see what we're playing. In the dark, we'll just play again. Like, you mull to 4, don't play any lands, at least see what color. If you're going to bring in hate, you're already down a game. This hand's fine. Kiora can also help us ramp. Okay, so it's likely Simic Ramp. Here we're going to try to get one of the payoffs. I think we take Risen Reef. There are a couple lands off. We can deal with the initial. Troll the opponent. So here we gotta see, probably just hold up Murderous Rider this turn. Legion's End would be really good. So let's take this Nisa. Do we take the Cavalier? If we take the Cavalier, they can't get Nisa back. Let's just do that. They will get like an animated land. Buddy, it's your turn. They do hit a land here. No blocks. Second rider is actually pretty nice. This takes out the Nisa. They're also off of double blue for quasi-duplicate. They can Cavalier for... oh. And raise Forerunner. Do you have haste? Do you have haste? We take, I think. So I could Liliana this turn, but I think we just play this out. And then pass the turn. Here we can take out the Forerunner. Hopefully they attack with both. They usually only play one of these anyways. Opponent can't decide if they want to attack. Okay. Submit. So we're getting 2 life back this way, and we take them off their only blue source. Next turn we just Liliana. Risen Reef probably. Yeah. Actually nice because it gives us a way to play it without taking damage. So they got a lot of card advantage this way. Gotta hope that Liliana can get us there. I will double block an island. Tyrant Scorn. So let's get rid of that. Take him off some more lands. Just gonna go to post combat so it clears their mana. Probably no point of playing a land, so we'll just pass the turn. If they have a big Hydrate Crisis, we're in a bit of trouble. Hey Denny, how's it going? So it's definitely a Noxious Grasp in matchup. We can also try for the Liliana ultimate. There's also the potential that they could draw themselves out. Opponent mulled to like 4 game 1 and just snap conceded. So we didn't get a chance to see what they're playing. They got an early end raise Forerunner that like 15'd us down, but we've been trying to recover since. Okay, not the worst. So we can get him to sack everything except Nissa, a land, and a creature, but then they get Hydroid Crisis back. This is probably just a big crisis. Oh, I wonder if we can... They've used both their finales. So depending how they attack, may be able to pop this off as an ultimate and then just attack them in for the win. But they're at 26 now, so no. They're at 11 cards. We can probably still ultimate Liliana. We need a removal spell though for this crisis. If we can get a removal spell, then we're okay. Something like Brazen Borrower works. I think I'm dead regardless. Let's just see if they take any of the kills. Vantress Gargoyle's close. This one's tough. So they played it properly. Oh, I can't block with this anyways. You just gotta hope that we draw into like Tyrant Scorn or Cavalier doesn't quite do it. Yeah. Came close. They actually almost milled themselves out as well. Alright, so this matchup, Epic Downfall could come in, Noxious Grasps could come in, Spyglass. Also, probably Disdainful Stroke coming out. The Knights? No, I'll probably keep the Knights. Brazen doesn't actually do much in this matchup, so we'll take those out. 5 cards to cut. It might be the Kioras. And 2 Vantress Gargoyles. Because at least this trades... Oh, it doesn't even trade. Cavalier's a 5/6, so it doesn't trade there. So maybe we just go Mystical Disputes. Play more like traditional control. We do lack card advantage. That's the only thing. Knight gets chumped. Let's go 61 card special. I don't know how to sideboard for this match. I feel like I just want to bring as much removal as possible in and then figure it out as we go along. Black lands, but we can start Thought Erasuring. Hopefully find us another land. This is a... still think we take Nisa. Just keep Grasp. No turn 3 play. We really just need lands at this point. It's pretty aggressive. So I'm going to Disdainful Stroke. The Cavalier here. Maybe right to keep that for Nisa and just Grasp, like Epic Downfall it. But we're not guaranteed to have another land. Okay, so we're a little punished now. They do have 3 cards in library. So depending what they have, we can always kill something. Just go to our turn. They'll probably scry here. Can start clicking this up. I need to get some cards in my hand. I don't want to take 5 to draw a card. So we got a Nissa, Finale, and a Cavalier. 3 cards. Okay, another Cavalier's out, which is fine. So the question is, do we put it on 2 for Hydroid Crate? I think we put it for 5. Like try to click it up to 5. Nissa is the hardest thing for us to deal with. So let's exile this. They have 7 cards, so let's start getting offensive. Mind you, I could counter whatever they have with Drown in the Loch, so I think we do that, just in case they drop Nissa. Get this going. Counter and removal up. I'm fine to take the 2 damage here. May want either Narset in the side or potentially some what are they called? A Chemister's Insight. If we want to convert to more of a traditional control deck, we have that option. Because like doing it this game, was a little tough. So I have black mana and blue mana for both Tyrant, Scorn, and that. Let's spectacle this in. They keep both on top. Maybe like a Hydroid Crisis. Shifters. Shifty's fine. Get you out of the way. That's a great draw. Interesting, the opponent's opting to not get rid of a Boreal. Agent can go bye-bye. Got him. This deck was kind of cool. This variation with the Tyrant Scorn feels a lot better, so I'd probably suggest if you're interested in playing it, go with this one here. Overall, felt a lot smoother than some of the other ones. Has some elements to it. Ideally, we would like something a little bit lower on curve, but different take. Beatdown in colors that generally don't really act as beatdown colors. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Appreciate those who stopped by. If you missed any part of this or any of my other videos, you can catch them on my YouTube channel. And if you do have any recommendations for Theros brews that you'd like to see, starting up those deck techs, do let me know in the comments below on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.